One of the most difficult things to defend as a Christian when coming to engage in any form of evangelistic endeavor, any form of evangelism, is whenever the unsaved draw to your attention certain people who they know, who claim to be Christians, and yet how they live, such individuals evidence that they know not God savingly. I'm sure that you have met with that kind of person, that kind of argument when you've tried to witness, maybe to a family member, maybe to a friend, maybe to a schoolmate, maybe to a neighbor, maybe to a work colleague regarding God's salvation. You've spoken to that person, you've presented to them their need of God's salvation. You've set before them the benefits and the blessings of that salvation, only to be rebuffed with words like this: I know a person who claims to be a Christian, but they're known in this community and they're known in this district for their dodgy dealings and for their questionable practices. And surely if they were a Christian, they would not be involved in such things. Or maybe there's a so-called Christian in my workplace, but they're always late to work. And whenever they get to work, they don't even work. They stand on the shop floor, the factory floor, and they do nothing throughout the day until the supervisor or the manager comes along. And as to their language, well, that is much to be desired. Or maybe I would be a Christian if it wasn't for that family member or for that neighbor of mine who says that they're saved, but I would highly doubt that after all that I have seen and all that I have heard about them. You know, in many such cases, the unsaved have every reason to doubt the validity of a person's claim that they savingly know the Christ of God. It's very evident, just as you look at their life on the surface, it's very evident that the radical change that takes place in conversion, that change that is spoken of in 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17, it's very evident that such a change has not materialized in the life of such a person who professes to know God. The apostle comes to summarize the lives of such people in the closing verse of the first chapter of Titus chapter 1, when he says in verse 16 that they profess to know God, but in their works they deny them. But in works they deny them, being abominable, disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. I wonder, before I go any further, could those words be written over your life? That you're a person who professes to know God, but in works you deny Him.